Hello, I'm Shashank from GoFodu.com. In this second video on line graphs, we'll discuss a slightly different question in which instead of sales, directly growth rates are given. Another factor, expense, is also involved. Here, it's imperative to note that it is also given that this company made a profit in 2013. We will look at its importance as we solve the questions which are asked. First question says, in how many of the given years did the company made profit? Profit is sales minus expense, right? Profit is sales minus expense, but don't just go ahead and subtract sales and expenses, cause these are not the actual figures. These are the percentage increase. These are growth rates. Now it is given that company made a profit in the year 2013. That means in 2013 sales was more than expense. Sales was bigger than expense. And after that, in each of these 5 years, percentage increase in sales is more than percentage increase in expense. That means sales will always be bigger than expense. So, without any second thought, we'll mark D as our answer. That is, in all the given 5 years, company made a profit. These kinds of setters should never be left unattempted, even when the whole question set is difficult. Let's move to the next question. In which of the given years was the profit made by the company the highest? It's understood that if we need maximum profit, we need maximum sales and at the same time minimum expense. Also, sales as well as expense are growing each year. We have a positive value for growth rates given in the graph. So, sales and expense both are increasing each year. And in 2013, sales was more than expense. In 14, sales increased by 10% and expense increased by 6%. Sales was already bigger and now the increment is also bigger. So, now the actual sales have become much bigger. Expense has also grown, but with a small rate of 6% only. So, overall difference between sales and expense, which we call profit, has increased now. Same will happen in 2015. Sales will again increase by a huge 15% and expense will increase by a mere 4%. Again, the profit will increase. In this way, every year percentage increase in sales is more than expense. So the gap between sales and expense will keep on increasing and the highest profit will be recorded in the final year, that is 2018. Next question. In which of the given years was the increase in the expense of the company over the previous year the highest? Here, one important thing to understand is that question is asking about the increase in actual value of expense and not the percentage increase. When simply increase is mentioned, don't assume it to be percentage increase. Now, percentage of 8% is recorded in both 2016 and 2018. But in 2016, the increase was on a smaller base. After the increase, the expense became bigger. In 2017, again a 7% increase made it even more bigger. And in 2018, this 8% increase is now on a much bigger base than what it was in 2016. So, the increment value will also come out to be much bigger than in 2016. So, answer is C, 2018. Instead of 8% increase in 2016, if it were 10% increase, then we cannot comment just by looking at it. In that case, we will have to calculate by assuming 2015's expense as 100. 10% increase in 2016 will make it 110. So, actual increase in expense is of 10 units. In 2017, there is 7% increase on 110 figure. New expense would be 117.7 and increment will be of 7.7 units. In 2018, there is 8% increase on 117.7. So the final expense will be 127.1 and value wise increment from previous year will be 127.1 minus 117.7, that is 9.4. In 2016, the increment was of 10 units, which was more than that of 2018. So this would be the case if 2016's percentage increase was given to us as 10% instead of 8%. Try to guess the scenario if 2016's expense growth rate was 9%. Try this on your own. Okay, let's move to the next question. In this question, highest value wise increase in sales is asked. Now, if we look at the graph, we can clearly see that the highest increase should be for the year 2017 or 2018 because of the percentage increase in sales in these years. So again, we assume sales to be equal to 100 in 2016. It increases by 22% in 2017. That means it becomes 122 in 2017. And then it increased by 19%, which will be somewhere near 145. Clearly, sales in 2018 has increased by more than 23, while that in 2017 has increased by only 22. So, answer for this question is option D, 2018. Next. In this question, ratio of sales to expense in 2013 is given to us as 2:1. Then they are asking us to find out the ratio of the profits in 2015 and 14. The best method to solve these kinds of questions involving ratios is to assume the values for which the ratio is given. In this case, it's given for 2013 and is equal to 2:1. So, we can safely assume the actual values to be 200 and 100 for sales and expense respectively. We can also proceed by taking 2x and x. That won't make any difference. Now in 2014, sales becomes 220 after having an increment of 10% over 200 and expense becomes 106 due to the 6% increment on 100. In 2015, sales should increase by 15% of 220. So it becomes 220 plus 33, 253. And expense on the other hand becomes 110.2. Likewise, we can calculate the sales and expense for the remaining years. Now, profit in 2015 becomes 253 minus 110.2, which is 142.8. And it was 220 minus 106, that is 114 in 2014. So, ratio comes out as 142.8 divided by 114. Calculations like these come very often in data interpretation section. I have made a separate video on how to calculate these divisions within seconds. That's right, within seconds. Please refer that for explanation. Link is given in the description below the video. Right now, I am writing the final answer as 1.25. 1.25 is nothing but 125 upon 100 or 5 by 4. So, option A is the correct answer. Next, what is the ratio of sales of the company in year 2015 and 2017? Let the sales in 15 be equal to X. Sales in 2016 will be 11 by 10X. Similarly, sales in 2017 will be 61 upon 50 into 11 by 10X. This, when simplified, gives us 671X by 500. Ratio will be X upon 671X by 500, which gives us 500 upon 671 as the final answer. Option C. This question can also be solved using the formula for successive percentage change. So, growth percent will be equal to 10 plus 22 plus 10 into 22 upon 100. This is equal to 34.2%. So, sales in 2017 will be 34.2% more than that in 2015. Increment of 34.2% means a multiplying factor of 134.2 by 100. So, sales in 2017 will be 134.2x upon 100. And finally, ratio will be 100 upon 134.2. Remove the decimal and simplify the fraction by dividing by 2. You will get the answer as 500 upon 671. These concepts of percentages are covered in quants. Let's look at the last question for this set. By what percent did sales grow over the period 2014 to 2016? Pretty much same as the last question. We will use the formula for successive percentage change here as well. So, growth will be 15 plus 10 plus 15 into 10 by 100, which is equal to 26.5%. Sales is obviously increasing. So, answer will be 26.5% increase. Option C. That's pretty much about it. Don't forget to check the description. I hope this video was helpful. For more such videos, do subscribe to our channel, and you can also visit our website www.gofodu.com. Thank you for watching.